So I got up this morning ready for another week down the allotment. Super excited to see the growth because we've had a load of sunshine, and I've got a feeling this is going to be one of those weeks where I'm going to have to take a deep breath and just persevere because it's already a nightmare. Just brought down all of the stuff we've grown on the windowsill ready to put in. I've then come down to, well, here you can see the first situation. We've got a smashed glass panel. Deep breaths again. So I've got to clear that up. I've now got a missing panel for the bottom of the door. I don't know if it's because it's come loose. It is an old greenhouse, but that's really frustrating. And I knew we had bindweed down here, but look at the state of the bindweed. This is so depressing. This is 1 week. Look, and it's just pulling its way around and destroying. I knew there was bindweed down here because I knew that when I started, but I'm going to spend a couple of days a week just trying to pull the bindweed out. It's everywhere. We've weeded. It's growing around all of the plants, attacking it all. Had some fantastic growth down here, but it's been the weeds as well. What a start. Right, let's have a look at the grapevine greenhouse. Wowzers. Tuck that through there. Loads of growth there, look. It's all coming up over the top, coming down. Oh yeah, that's really impressive. Really happy with the growth on the grapevine. The onions are doing okay, other than all this bloody bindweed. First job's going to be to clean up the glass. I'm going to have to crack on as well because I wanted to go fishing, but this is going to take way more time than I thought. To remove all these because they can't. A few people kindly told me on the channel that the brambles take too long, take years to compost down. Pull out some of this bindweed all going around here, get rid of some of this, get rid of these nettles before they become a big deal. You know when you're like, oh yeah, I'm really excited, I'm buzzing, I'm going to do something, and then everything's stacked against you and you have one of them. Now, I don't normally get down about things, but I'll be honest with you, today I've come down here, seen all the bindweed, which is going to eat into my planting out time because I can't just leave it because it's just going to get worse, isn't it? And then I see all the stinging nettles down the bottom which have come out of nowhere within a week, and then I just plot on the hole. These look like they've been sat on. Genuinely, look what's going on this week. These have all been crushed. They'll come back, but you know, who's been rolling around in my allotment? I'm normally a positive person, but this is... Right, stop moaning, get on with it. Just get on with it, Cole. Literally just get on with it. I've got gloves on so I don't add an injury to my list of problems today. That's a bracket. Refasten one of them, I think. Right, job 2, let's get some of these brambles gone. Got to be careful I don't make the bag too heavy, so I've got to get it up to the top of the garden. So that's that area cleared. Knackered already. I just lost my mic. See the top bit I wear on my cap? I put it on my cap because if I put it on my chest you just hear me wheezing and heavy breathing the whole time. But I managed to lose it just next to the pile of stuff I was pulling up. I thought, oh, here we go again. And then I found it. So on a positive note, I found it. Right, 2 jobs done. Next job, let's get on top of this bindweed. I think I'm going to bag that up as well, and that's going straight down the tip. I'm not messing around with bindweed. I'm not putting it on the compost pile. I think that's where half the problems have come from previously. I'm going to bag it all up. I'm going to have a bit of water first, I think. I think we'll just go bed by bed and just clear it all out. I let myself have 5 minutes to feel sorry for myself, and now I'm just getting on with it. I think it's just because I wasn't expecting the extent of the bindweed. When I come down here, I was like, oh, everything's going to have grown really nicely. You know, we're going to have loads of growth. I can't wait to show it off. And yeah, just that. And then you see the weed has wrapped itself around pretty much everything I'm growing. And then I've looked over at the greenhouse. Look at this amount of growth. This bed was cleared last weekend. And then I look over at the greenhouse and then I see that the panel's smashed. And then I look over to this section and I see that I think the cat's been rolling around. There was feathers over there as well. So it seems to me like something was rolling around on my onions. And these are the ones I planted over winter, so I've got a bit of time invested in these. They should come back up anyway. They're more resilient than we give them credit for, but I don't know. It's just frustrating. So I felt sorry for myself, and then I just said, right, get on and do your jobs. And now I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the 5th bed, and I know I should be trying to pull the bindweed out from the root. But how do you do that? I mean, you can let me know in the comments if there is a way, but how do I pull bindweed out right next to the roots of something I planted without disturbing it? So I think my best bet is just to spend half my life pulling out the bindweed, and then when we get to the end of the season, this one's absolutely crushed. When we get to the end of the growing season, dig it all over, pull out all the roots, and then cover them over. I don't know. I think that's our only option really, isn't it? Unless you want to let me know otherwise. The lady did tell me, I don't know what that noise is over there by the way, but the lady did tell me that there was bindweed down here, and I did see in the manure, and I think maybe I should take some responsibility because I've been chucking manure on it, but how else am I meant to use it up? I certainly don't give the manure away to people, because you imagine me just giving that manure away and introducing this horrible bindweed to other people. But I'm meant to be keeping on top of that as well, and if I can't put it in here without causing problems, and the fact that the bindweed's already in here anyway, I don't know, I'm at a loss. But on a positive note, these onions, garlic and the carrots are doing really well once I've got rid of the weeds around them. Potatoes are going great guns. I need to thin down the stinger nettles. If you're watching this video on release, on Tuesday I took some stinger nettles and used them in a £1 budget challenge, just to, because I could, it was a foraged item, but I thought, well, if I've got them down here, I'm just removing the fact that there's no pesticides. I'm not risking pesticides and dogs weeing on them, but I could easily have just foraged them at the same time. But yeah, so I'm going to thin them down because there's more than I need there. I'm going to finish weeding this lot off, get rid of all the bindweed around here, get rid of all the bindweed as much as I can today, and then, because this one's really wrapped around it, and then I'm gonna get those squashing the ground alongside the runner beans. And I'm probably gonna, it's a bank holiday weekend, so I'm gonna come back down here on Monday. I'll get up early so it doesn't take away from family time, and I'm just gonna carry on weeding I think. I'm just determined to keep on top of it now, and there's no way I can shirk away from coming down here twice a week. Otherwise it'll be every week I come down, the same amount of weeds and issues, and yeah. It's now baking hot, super sunny. These definitely wanted to go out. I'll need some bigger canes, but I can pick them up next week. But I'll get them established and growing as it is. Just to give the cabbage a fighting chance from the white cabbage butterfly. We just rigged up, I'm just using stuff I found around here, I'm not buying stuff, but I just rigged up a little net protector, and then I'll give them a good water before I leave. And there's the green bean, the runner beans. I'm going to do another row, and then I'm going to get the spinach beet in and see what time I've got left. Right, so I feel like I've taken the pressure off myself by committing to come back in 2 days on Monday bank holiday. Broad beans are all out from the greenhouse. Most of the bindweed's gone now. Still finding the odd ones, but I'm just going to keep on top of it twice a week. You see the rows of carrots and the onions and the garlic, and now we've got the runner beans in on their temporary tripods, teepees, whatever you want to call them. And then we've got the netted off cabbage, and in between we've got a row of spinach beet. I've weeded as much as I can for today. It's getting really hot now as well. There's the potatoes, some more broad beans everywhere. Definitely gonna have to preserve some broad beans. And because I'm coming back Monday, I don't have to rush to try and get the squash and the courgettes in. I've stuck the carrots outside in their little trough as well. I've given the vine a bit of water because a lot of people have said you're meant to plant them. Obviously I haven't planted them, I've only been here one season. But a lot of people say you're meant to plant the roots outside, but there's no way you're moving that big old chunk there. So I've given that a bit of water to help it go in. I'm less overwhelmed now. I've cleared a big, it's cooler around the back here. I've cleared a big section here. I've probably got about another 2 tip runs, but it just was, yeah, this is meant to be where the manure rots down. And I think, to be honest, that's a good effort today, considering what's stacked against me when I come up here. Got to weed the back of here as well. Got loads to do still. Weeds at the back, around by the water butt. Rhubarb's coming up at the back there really nicely now, look. I planted the gherkin cucumbers in the big pot, so I'm hoping to trail that all along there as it grows. The tomatoes are going to get potted up. Oh, why am I zoomed in so much? I've planted the gherkin cucumber in a big pot because it's going to stay in there and grow hopefully all the way up along there. And then the squash, courgettes, some kale at the back, and the tomatoes, I've given them a good old soak in, and I'll be back on Monday to get them out like we said we were going to do into those blue pots. So probably going to do 2 squash, 1 courgette, because that'll be enough for us, and I'll have some to give away. But yeah, look at all the growth. I mean, it is stunning. It is beautiful down here. It's just the bindweed's just too much. Right, I'm done. I'm a sweaty mess. I think I busted a gut today. Made a bit of progress. I'll be down in 2 days time. I'll probably do a little bit of video of that and add that in for next week, because this will be up tomorrow night. The subscribe button, notifications if you want to keep an eye on what I'm doing down here every week. Hit that like button and drop in the comments because it really helps the channel to grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in a future video. Bye bye.